We continue to track new developments in the fire that burned north of Benton City this afternoon. The smoke visible all the way here in the Tri-Cities.
And we've had cooler temperatures, breezy winds, but a change is coming. I'll give you all the details coming up in my first alert full weather forecast.
And we are seeing a surge in road construction across the state. But tonight, we're talking about how WashDOT is raising awareness of the dangers that their construction crews are facing.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. We are tracking that developing news of the fire that burned north of Benton City this afternoon. Had a huge fire response. That's where we find Apple Valley News Now's Austin Reed. Austin, what have you learned?
So, Alyssa, since the last time we spoke in the 5 o'clock hour, I do have a couple updates for everybody. First off, one lane of traffic here at River Road and Harrison Loop now reopened, so neighbors in this community can easily get around. We have also been seeing numerous fire trucks come in and out as they are refilling water. You can see, I mean, it is just a lake right here. Let's take a look at video from earlier. This fire first reported shortly after the noon hour, and we heard people saying that they could see the smoke as far away as some areas in the Tri-Cities, actually. A number of agencies were out here, and like I said, they're still out here at this hour. Here's what happened. Firefighters tell me a vacant home caught on fire, and they're thinking right now it was all because of vegetation. I did speak with the assistant fire chief with Benton County Fire District 2 earlier. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
The big thing here is having that green belt of protection. It buys us time, it buys the owners time, it buys them protection. It would have helped a lot here, unfortunately, with the fuels that we had. And then the wind, it just pushed it right into the other fuels and the arborvitaes and the fences. And then the vacant home was great that there's nobody in it. However, with just the lack of upkeep, so the duff that was on top of the roof is what ignited and basically auto exposed to the residential building.
Back out here live just north of Benton City. Fire crews tell me they are going to be on the scene the rest of tonight, possibly into the overnight hours. What they're doing right now as well is they're making sure any hot spots are put out. We'll have one more update as we're continuing to track this story coming up in the 6:30 half hour. For now, reporting live, Austin Reed, Apple Valley News Now at 6.
Thanks, Austin. We'll check in with you a bit later. And we heard it from the fire official there. Wind was a factor in the firefighting effort today. Stacy, what are we seeing this evening?
Absolutely. Wind is a factor. We're seeing increasing winds, particularly here in the Kittitas Valley, but it's breezy through Toppenish into Prosser, right into that same area where the fire took place, Hanford Reach area. It's been breezy here in the Tri-Cities. In fact, there's a wind advisory in place for Kittitas Valley through 11 o'clock tonight. We've been seeing winds blowing very strong, not only yesterday, but today, gusts up to 15 miles an hour. Yesterday, we saw gusts in Ellensburg, 65 miles an hour, 33 here in Tri-Cities, in the 40s in Pendleton and Hermiston. So it's been a windy couple of days, but that's going to start calming down later tonight. 57 degrees on your Legends Casino Skycam. We see a few clouds kind of hanging over the area, the sun off in the distance. Our sunset tonight at 7:46. Here's what's ahead. Clear and breezy through the night. Those clouds will move on out. Chilly overnight lows. We're going to see some chilly temperatures through the area down to the freezing level, but we do have a gradual warming trend heading into the weekend, and get ready for some sunny days ahead. Lots to talk about in your first alert full weather forecast. Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacy. Now, the Richland School District is looking for community feedback on how the future should look. You can weigh in starting just about 20 minutes from now. The district is asking for input on the possibility of building a new high school, budgeting strategies, and what you think the priority should be for any upcoming bond packages. So the first town hall meeting coming up tonight, as I said, in about 25 minutes. That is at Leona Libby Middle School starting at 6:30. There will also be meetings tomorrow at Hanford High School and Thursday at Richland High School, all of those starting at 6:30. The Yakima City Council will make its final decision tonight on new parking rules in downtown. Parking tickets for staying longer than the time limit would be reduced to $20 under the proposal that's up for debate tonight. Monthly parking permits for city-owned lots would also be dropped down to $20. The time limit for city-owned lots would increase to 3 hours. Street parking, though, will stay at 2 hours limit. The parking enforcement moratorium will be extended until the end of May.
This has been a working piece for a long time, including working with the business downtown, thoughts and ideas from all of our residents, the council working, the staff working to bring us to this point. We've adjusted it a couple times, but I think we're at the final version, and I'm hoping that it will be in place for a long time.
Again, the city has extended the moratorium, so they're not enforcing parking laws in downtown Yakima. That's going to continue through the end of May. The new rules will go into effect June 1st. It is National Work Zone Awareness Week, and the Washington State Department of Transportation is kicking off construction season with a reminder for travelers to stay vigilant in work zones. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us it is especially important in Yakima County, given the number of projects they have planned for this spring.
With big construction projects planned in Yakima and Kittitas County this summer, they're asking people to be extra careful on the road. Minor delays with traffic divided on US 12 from North 1st Street to 16th Avenue for bridge resurfacing.
By the fall, we're going to have a completed section where those bridges will be a lot smoother.
Possibly hour-long delays on I-90 as they replace the Vantage Bridge deck.
If you're going to a concert at the Gorge, I might think twice about it or plan for extra travel time. There is going to be severe congestion.
Detours still in place as they retrofit the Mabton bridges on State Route 241.
For about one more season, drivers still have to go clear around that area near Mapton, but hopefully we're on track for completion in the fall.
And starting in June, traffic switching on I-82 near Wapato, while they replace an irrigation culvert that led to an embankment failure earlier this year.
There's a lot of important work that we have to get during the summer, and so if you see signs to slow down, please slow down.
Because if you don't, the consequences could be dire. Over 1,200 work zone crashes in Washington state last year, 37 in Yakima County and 24 in Kittitas County.
Unfortunately, it's something you see quite a bit when you're out here working on the road as much as our crews are. It's, sadly, it's not if it's going to happen, it's when.
And sometimes it's fatal. 61 WSDOT employees have died on the job since 1950. Fatal crashes in work zones doubled from 2022 to 2023.
The hardest part for me is that, our crews, they're like our second family. And so it's, especially as a supervisor, you're the one, sending your crews out to do this work. The potential's there every day that, it could be the last time you talk to one of your crew members.
But you can help.
We understand it takes a little bit longer to get through our work zones, but we're there fixing stuff to make it better for them. So, slow down, pay attention to what's going on around them, and read the signs we put up there.
We'll have more details about those WSDOT projects on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Reporting in Union Gap, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks, Emily. Here in the Tri-Cities, firefighters worked to put out a fire that broke out in a backyard area in a Kennewick neighborhood early this morning. That call for help came in just before 1 a.m. after flames could be seen in the backyard area of a cluster of houses over on South Irby Street. Firefighters got to the scene. They were able to put the fire out quickly, but there was a heavy haze and smell of smoke in the area you might have noticed as you were waking up this morning. Crews spent some time moving around the backyards just to make sure the fire was out and wasn't smoldering anywhere. The cause of the fire has not yet been released. Tomorrow, the Tri-Cities Cancer Center Foundation is hosting its 24th annual Cancer Crushing Breakfast, which benefits the Cadillac Tri-Cities Cancer Center. The breakfast will also be celebrating 30 years of the Cadillac Tri-Cities Cancer Center being open. It is the region's only not-for-profit cancer treatment facility. And the Tri-Cities Cancer Center Foundation Senior Philanthropy Officer says the foundation helps to support the Cancer Center's goal of providing resources and support.
The campus of the Cadillac Tri-Cities Cancer Center was built 30 years ago so that if there was someone in our community that was diagnosed with cancer, they wouldn't have to travel. We are the only not-for-profit cancer center clinic here in the Tri-Cities, so we're a great community resource. And we are here to make sure that anyone facing a cancer journey is supported and taken really well care of.
Now, at the Cancer Crushing Breakfast, the foundation breaks down the past, present, and future news about the impact of cancer care in our region. They'll also discuss the facility's focus on prevention, early detection, treatment, and survivorship.
We've got 5 of our best physicians that will be at the Cancer Crushing Breakfast answering some panel questions. And then, of course, we are sharing a little bit about 2 survivor stories.
Now, the event is free to attend. There's no upfront ticket cost, but you do have to RSVP in advance. And the foundation is raising money to support the Cadlick Tri-Cities Cancer Center. You can contact the Tri-Cities Cancer Center Foundation if you'd like to get involved. We have seen some very breezy weather out there this week, but Stacy says calmer conditions are ahead, and I think you're going to like what's coming up this weekend. We're talking about that. And after Live Nation faced a lot of complaints and backlash about tickets to Taylor Swift's Era concerts, now we're getting reports that the feds might be getting involved. That's next on Apple Valley News Now at 6.
This is gonna be delicious. Tomorrow, GMA's in search of America's best comfort food. From sweets to burgers, tacos, fried chicken, mac and cheese. Oh, my mouth's watering just reading this promo. Will we be at your favorite comfort food spot? It's one tasty week on GMA.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Uh-oh, a Schwab fixes brakes, steering, and more.
Right now, during our spring tire sale, save up to $80 on select sets of 4 tires.
I'm loving the pizza, Tony's big cheese pizza, loving the pizza. I've been loving the pizza, Tony's big cheese pizza, and Yakima's home.
Mom, let's order a large Mexicana pizza.
For Tony big cheese pizza.
Good idea. I'll order it now. Tony's lets me order online or by phone.
When you want lunch or dinner the delicious, easy way, come to Yakima's Hometown Pizzeria.
We can't wait to see you at Tony's Big Cheese Pizza in the Safeway Plaza at 24th and Nob Hill.
Only Electrolux has Smart Boost technology for the most effective stain removal, extending the life of the clothes and fabrics you love for a more sustainable future.
The new Electrolux Laundry Tower gives you all the performance in half the space. Now at Fred's Appliance.
Sometimes it's hard to see past the looming repair and replacement costs all around your house. Finally, you can stop seeing money and start saving money with First American Home Warranty. First American covers the systems and appliances you depend on every day. Air conditioning, refrigerator, washer and dryer, electrical, plumbing, and more.
If there's one guarantee in home ownership, it's that things are going to break down.
When an appliance or system breaks down, First American sends a trusted contractor to fix it.
And if they can't fix it, they will replace it.
Members pay low monthly rates with unlimited claims and 24/7 customer service.
We've saved thousands of dollars that we've been able to reinvest into our home.
All plans include a no questions asked money back guarantee and flexible payment options so you can never pay for covered repairs again.
Call 1-800-209-8578. That's 1-800-209-8578. Call now.
A lot is changing in our community right now. New roads, new schools, and new opportunities. We're growing, and that means there are more cars on our streets than ever before. That's why we're expanding our facilities and services. So no matter what roads lie ahead, you'll always find your way home.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Chevy Silverado with financing as low as 1.9% from McCurley Chevrolet.
Visit us at our new urban wine bar in historic downtown Kennewick. Choose from a variety of wines and food from our expanded menu. Enjoy time with friends old and new. After hours with riverfront views from our shaded patio, we are Mireille Gaston Wine Bar.
Hello there, watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. Today, Modus Chiropractic celebrated its grand opening in Pasco with a ribbon cutting. Now, you may have already seen this clinic because it has been open for a few months. The owners say they had been running a similar chiropractic clinic in Spokane, but moved to the Tri-Cities to be closer to family. Now, this clinic is walk-in only, and the owners say that has some benefits beyond getting same-day help.
So no appointments are necessary. We don't accept insurance, but because of that, our prices are lower, so we can reach a broader group of people that can either, if they don't have insurance or don't have very good insurance, they can afford our prices. Or if you do have insurance but don't want to deal with the hassle of it, our prices beat a lot of co-pays as well.
You can Visit Modus Chiropractic over on Broadmoor Boulevard in Pasco, just off Chapel Hill Boulevard, Tuesday through Saturday. Well, Taylor Swift's Eras Tour is on a break, but the drama over ticket sales continues. The Department of Justice is reportedly preparing to file a lawsuit against Live Nation. ABC's Lionel Moyes has the details.
The Justice Department is expected to file an antitrust lawsuit against Live Nation Entertainment. The Wall Street Journal reports the suit will allege the nation's biggest concert promoter has leveraged its dominance in a way that undermined competition for ticketing live events. The two companies merged in 2010 despite concerns about a potential monopoly. As post-pandemic concerts boomed, Taylor Swift fans had bad blood. Hundreds took the company to court for its botched rollout for tickets to the Eras Tour, claiming fraud and price fixing.
The tickets are so overpriced that the average person isn't going to be able to go anymore.
The meltdown made it nearly impossible for some to get tickets. Lawmakers in Washington vowed to investigate.
This is all a definition of monopoly.
If you care about the consumer, cap the price.
Live Nation blames scalpers and bots pretending to be human customers.
We apologize to the fans. We apologize to Ms. Swift. We need to do better.
Drake fans also sued over alleged price fixing. Live Nation has insisted it does not set or control ticket prices outside of its service fee. It also previously reached an agreement with the Justice Department after being accused of bullying venues into using the Ticketmaster platform, accusations it's denied. The company saying it has no interest in threatening or retaliating against venues that consider or choose other ticketing companies.
It's unclear what this antitrust lawsuit could seek, whether the government would potentially try to break up the company or not. The Wall Street Journal reports the lawsuit is expected in the coming weeks. Lionel Moyes, ABC News, New York.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we're starting out in wind mode. Wind advisory in the Kittitas Valley through 11. We've been seeing breezy and gusty winds all through our region, but particularly strong winds here. Once again, I've been seeing 50+ mile-an-hour gusts today alone. Yesterday, even higher. We were up around 60+ miles per hour. Let's take a look at Futurecast and when we're going to get a break from these winds. We stay pretty breezy through 9 o'clock tonight, especially in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. As we get through into our Wednesday morning, winds are going to be a little bit breezy here in the Columbia Basin, windier out towards Dayton, and once again Yakima and the Ellensburg area kind of picking up in the afternoon, but settling way down from what we've been dealing with the last couple of days. Look for those stronger winds to pick up once again tomorrow evening. That's also pushing around all the pollen in our area. Juniper, birch, alder, look at these numbers. They're way up there. We were at 11 yesterday, so we've dropped just a tiny bit, but definitely having the sniffles at my house. Those pollen levels should drop down a little bit into the weekend. Dust Devil Sky Camp tonight, 57 degrees outside, winds at 18 miles per hour, dew point at 21 degrees, and our sunset at 7:46. We see a few clouds kind of rolling through the area with those light breezy winds. 24-hour temperature change, that's the thing I've been keeping an eye on today. Yesterday we were at 15, in some places 20 degrees cooler than we were the day before. We've started to taper down, but we're still 8 degrees cooler right now than we were last night, 24 hours ago. Dayton minus 11, Ellensburg minus 4. So cool air moving in on our weather pattern. The upper level low will start exiting our region by tomorrow, and then watch this ridge of high pressure moves in. That's going to bring us, well, better weather, warmer temperatures, clearer skies. But in between those two systems moving in and out, we're still a little bit unsettled. A couple of snowflakes possible across the Cascades and even the Blues. Very brief, not any anticipating much accumulation. Partly cloudy with chilly winds diminishing overnight, but look at this, down to the freezing level for Pendleton, Dayton, out in Connell, and Yakima and Ellensburg. Rest of us sitting just barely above that, so a little bit chilly tonight. Our average date of last spring frost for Tri-Cities isn't until the end of next week, so keep an eye on that. Pendleton gets it a little bit later on, and even later in Yakima, so don't quite get out there and start planting that garden just yet. We've got Futurecast for Wednesday, which we see a little bit of unsettled weather with a stray shower coming through, but overall most of us will have clear skies and sunshine for the day. Sunny, Clouds cool, light winds, slight chance of showers. Temperatures warming just slightly, a couple of degrees above where we were today. Let's plan your day for tomorrow. Look at those temperatures out the door at the bus stop. Not too bad. Hitting temperatures in the mid-50s, close to 60 in the Tri-Cities at noon. Temperatures staying a little bit cooler in Walla Walla along those foothills of the Blues, but the sunshine is looking promising. Here's that 7-day planning forecast where we're gradually going to see that warm up into the weekend and some sunshine. Temperatures rolling above average as we get there in the Tri-Cities. For Walla Walla, a little cool for the next couple of days, but the weekend is looking pretty promising there as well. So not a bad looking forecast. We still have those strong gusty winds tonight to deal with, so those will start to decrease. And do grab your coat. It's going to be a little bit chilly outside. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacy. Well, the Downtown Pasco Development Authority is no more. We're talking about how and why the city opted to dissolve that group coming up at 6:30. But first, speaking of development, Panda Express has opened its doors in Pasco. This one looks a little different than you might be used to. We'll explain why next.
6 o'clock, bogey.
Did you say burger? Because I can go for a burger.
I'm not talking about burger.
Roger that. Fire now. Need burger? Get burger. Spicy Western Bacon Cheeseburger. Only at Carl's Jr.
AvaFest is not to be missed.
Wednesday, it's the biggest party of the year.
I'm bringing a few friends myself.
Stallone, De Niro. You looking at me?
The Honda you want is here. So drive in the moment with the versatile CR-V or Accord. Both named a Car and Driver 10 Best. And when you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino where the locals play.
Watch me. Watch me turn, drift, and fly. With a gas pedal underfoot, I can make grown men cry. My very first race changed everything in a flash. But heroes whisked me away and healed wounds from the crash. 900 horses may be too much for some to tame. Put me behind the wheel and I'll see you in victory lane. Watch me. Life-saving pediatric burn care at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
It's the biggest sale of the season at Furniture Row, so get ready because everything is on sale. Like this unbeatable deal on the Carver sofa, only $9.99. Save big on the Cristo panel bed, only $4.69. Get the 5-piece Largo dining set for only $9.49. And check out the Summit Queen, easy on the wallet for only $274.99. And get more bang for your buck with 4 years no-interest financing. The biggest sale of the season, on now at Furniture Row.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222. Yeah!
Oh boy, look at that Carl's Jr. burger. Bacon, jalapenos, beef, cheese, bacon, beef. $5 on the app? What? Another burger. Lettuce, cheese, melty, delicious pickle. You gotta be kidding. Barbecue sauce, strip, crunchy onion rings. $5? I'm burger rich. Need burger? Get burger.
Yeah!
Panda Express is expanding its presence in the Tri-Cities. A new location recently opened in Pasco, and it has a slightly different look than you might be used to. Panda Express says this new design incorporates design elements that they say were inspired by traditional Chinese architecture. Now you'll also notice that panda outside the front entrance. That is something special for the Pasco location. We're putting a spotlight on a Richland resident tomorrow morning as we ring in Women's History Month a few weeks late. Apple Valley News Now's Riley Fitzgerald sat down with Carolyn Fleischauer, who is 105 years old and living here in the Tri-Cities.
And how do you think that you got to 105 years old? That's an age a lot of people...
I don't even think about age.
Why not?
I just go along with it every day.
We'll hear her story coming up bright and early on Good Morning Northwest. That's tomorrow at 5 and 6 o'clock. Well, voters in several parts of Yakima County will be asked to agree to higher taxes later this summer. We're talking about why local fire districts are hoping you'll vote yes. That's coming up in the next 5 minutes.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
It's buy one, get one for $1. Bagel sandwiches, McMuffin, hash browns, and more.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
The Honda you want is here. Driving the moment with the rugged and capable Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Find your adventure with great offers now available on the Honda you want. All from the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Take advantage of the tax credits you can, including the annual Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You can get money back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
We wondered, where do people do their banking? So we asked.
I bank at Hapo.
Hapo's my bank. I've been a member of Hapo since I was 10 years old, 60 years.
I bank at Hapo Community Credit Union.
I'm with Hapo.
You're not just a number there. You know, you're treated really well.
I feel like they're part of my community.
It's easy, it's convenient, and I don't know, I just love the people there.
I guess the question we should be asking is, where do you credit union? Join Hapo Community Credit Union today.
Prosser Digestive Health Center is now offering gastroenterology services daily, including weekends. Board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Jack Brandenburg provides the full spectrum of digestive health care. His services include colon cancer screenings, treatment for swallowing problems, inflammatory bowel disease, liver disorders, and more. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Going up against Social Security for disability benefits when you can't work, that's scary. Going up against labor and industries for workers' comp when you're hurt at work, that's scary. But calling in Bothwell and Hamill, that gives you confidence. If you can't work or were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
Next, E.T.
Hey, E.T.
On set of the Spiderwick Chronicles.
Ah! Probably gave people a heart attack there, but it was fun. Okay, let's keep going.
Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Spicy chicken McNuggets, breaded in tempura and made with cayenne, are just the right amount of fire emoji, chili emoji, grinning face with sweat emoji, and wouldn't it be double fire emoji if they came back? Spicy chicken McNuggets, they're back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Well, take a look at this. A piece of world history is gone tonight. This is the old stock exchange in Copenhagen, Denmark. It caught fire this morning. This has been a landmark on the Copenhagen skyline since the 1600s. It's not clear how that fire started, although we do know that workers were repairing the roof at the time, and that spire is now gone. Well, here in our area, it is starting to feel like an early start to fire season. We saw a huge fire response at a Benton County home this afternoon. Crews still on the scene tonight. Austin Reed will check in with a live report coming up in just a moment. And we're seeing the wind picking up once again this afternoon into the evening. Temperatures, though, are going down. Stacey Lee has a closer look at what's happening in your First Alert forecast as the news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Yakima County voters will be asked to sign off on raising taxes later this summer to fund local fire districts. Yakima County Fire District 1, Fire District 4, and Fire District 12, which you may also know as the West Valley Fire Department, have all decided to put levy lid lift proposals on the August primary ballot. Fire officials say right now they can't even increase their budget enough to keep up with regular inflation, much less the higher than usual inflation we've seen over the past few years. And officials say even with the increase, they won't be asking for the maximum property tax allowed by the state. And it's feeling like an early start to fire season this year, as crews were on the scene of this afternoon and this evening of a large fire that burned north of Benton City. That's where we find Apple Valley News Now's Austin Reed. Austin, what are you seeing this evening?
Yeah, good evening once again, Alyssa. So yeah, we are right here on River Road and Harrison Loop. I just spoke to firefighters who say right now on the property, which is just right around the corner from us, they've got a backhoe and they are mopping up any vegetation right now. And then of course, they're still making sure there's no hot spots. Let's take a look at some video from earlier. We were streaming this at AppleValleyNewsNow.com right around the 1 o'clock hour, and people from across the Tri-Cities actually saw the smoke, even, from here out in the Benton City area. Now, firefighters say the vacant house, it sounds like at this point, the home was vacant for about 2 years and there was vegetation around the property. Let me just come back here real quick live on the scene. I do want to point out that I just got to give a big shout out to Benton County Fire District number 2. This is kind of a rural area out here, and firefighters came by and they dropped some goodies off to us. So we really appreciate that. No injuries, just a lot of damage. And also we know that electrical crews, they are still on site as well. And some people are without power, some people are without water, but again, that'll be temporary. That is the latest north of Benton City tonight. Austin Reed, Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks, Austin. Now let's talk about your forecast, because we were seeing that wind earlier today. Stacey, are we still seeing that this evening?
And wind, definitely a factor, and we are still seeing strong gusty winds. These are the current wind speeds in Ellensburg. We've been seeing gusts up to 50+ miles an hour this evening. We saw the same thing yesterday. It's going to be breezy through the evening in Toppenish and Yakima, down the Hanford Reach, anywhere where those mountain gaps divide. Breezy tonight in the Tri-Cities, but those winds will start to improve. Now, we do have a few clouds hanging above us, but we can still see some sun breaks. 57 degrees, much cooler than we were yesterday, about 7 or 8 degrees lower than we were just 24 hours ago. Sunset tonight at 7:46. Let's take a look at those temperatures as we move into the night. It's going to be a little bit chilly, so if you have any outdoor activities, grab a coat. And of course, those winds make it feel just a little bit chillier. Our evening forecast going in Tri-Cities dropping down to 50 degrees by 9 o'clock tonight. Walla Walla is going to already be down in the 40s by 8 o'clock, so chilly there tonight, and also chilly weather in Hermiston. So overall, breezy winds starting to die down. Most of the clouds will start to move out, and we're looking at mostly sunny skies tomorrow. I'll get to all those details coming up in your First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. The city of Pasco held a public hearing during its regularly scheduled council meeting last night to decide the fate of the Downtown Pasco Development Authority. That hearing was short, but there was no shortage of friction on the subject.
Don't throw these advantages away. With the new bridge and the Downtown Pasco Development Plan, it would be prudent to maintain DPDA to participate in the future of Downtown Pasco. Once dissolved, it'll be gone forever, and that would be very sad indeed.
So for the city to say, "Oh, we don't get involved," but you took their assets, you took their.
Wrap it up, Mr.
Well, I think this is an open public meeting. I don't have 3 minutes, Mr. Mayor.
I think it's time to dissolve this thing, and maybe on a future date we can entertain another entity to be a 501c3. But I would advise this board tonight to dissolve this, and so we can move on.
I move to adopt ordinance number 4711, formally dissolving the Downtown Pasco Development Authority, and further authorize publication by summary only.
Second.
With that, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, passes unanimously.
Now, Councilmember Leo Perales took to social media after that council meeting last night to tell the public, well, he didn't have much to say during the meeting. He said the DPDA was a, quote, zombie that couldn't be killed, and that he was, again, quote, glad it's gone, end of quote. Now, Perales went on to say that the next step is to hold those accountable for losing the community's trust and get justice. Making national headlines tonight, it's official. This morning, officials from the House of Representatives formally delivered articles of impeachment against the Secretary of Homeland Security to the Senate. Now, that's the step that starts an impeachment trial. House lawmakers say they found evidence that Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas refused to enforce immigration laws. Now that the articles of impeachment have been delivered, the senators will be sworn in as jurors tomorrow, and Mayorkas will be formally notified of the charges. This process, though, might not last very long. While the House is controlled by Republicans, the Senate is controlled by Democrats, and they may decide to dismiss the charges or to put the whole issue on hold indefinitely. Now, across the street at the Supreme Court, the justices heard arguments today about federal charges against people allegedly involved in the violence at the Capitol on January 6th of 2021. That all centers on a law that makes it a federal crime to obstruct, influence, or impede any official proceeding. Now, officials say the law was intended to stop people from altering evidence of financial crimes and is not appropriate for this situation. The Supreme Court's decision could impact hundreds of criminal cases related to January 6th, including 2 charges out of 4 against former President Trump. And right now, former President Trump is on trial, charged with dozens of financial crimes going all the way back to the 2016 presidential campaign. As of this evening, 7 jurors have been selected for that trial, but they will need a total of 18 before opening arguments can begin. Now, lawyers are asking potential jurors about everything from their opinions on Trump to their past social media posts. The judge in the case has said that political opinions aren't as important in jury selection as whether the potential jurors say they can be impartial or not. That selection process is expected to take weeks. Now, while the Senate is set to handle an impeachment trial, the House of Representatives is expected to vote on aid for Israel and Ukraine. This is a proposal the Senate has already approved, but ABC's Christiane Cordero reports that was before the House made changes.
Iran's retaliatory attack over the weekend is today testing the strength of Israel's defense systems and U.S. political alliances, both foreign and domestic. And the House is fast-tracking aid to Israel.
To let them know that we have their back and their right to self-defense.
A $95 billion Senate bill passed in February included aid for Israel, Ukraine, and Taiwan. It never made it to a House vote because conservative Republicans opposed the Ukraine aid. Now House Speaker Mike Johnson plans to split the one Senate bill into 4 as he faces sharp criticism from within his own party.
I regard myself as a wartime speaker.
Hanging over his head is a warning from fellow Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene, threatening to move to oust the speaker if he brings up a vote for Ukraine aid. Today, the speaker insisted he's fit for the job.
What is your response to Republicans who say this move should cost you your job and that if you don't resign, they will try to oust you?
I am not resigning, and it is, in my view, an absurd notion that someone would bring a vacate motion.
Watching from the front lines of his war with Russia, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky worries what a standalone Ukraine aid package may look like.
Well, if the Congress will divide this assistance after everything that happened, will divide into Israeli and Ukrainian, then it means that this is a matter of elections in the United States.
Zelensky adding, without U.S. support, Ukraine has no chance of winning that brutal war. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
Continue to track that, but for now we're talking about a wind advisory here in our region. Temperatures that are feeling a lot cooler than we were seeing just yesterday. Stacey Lee has a look at what to expect for the rest of your week coming up in your First Alert forecast.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
An accident can shatter your life. The award-winning team at Tamaki Law can put your life back together.
I'm attorney Jeff Kreutz.
And I'm attorney Megan Changaroya.
Thank you, Tri-Cities, for voting us Best Personal Injury and Best Overall Law Firm.
We are so honored and grateful to serve this amazing community.
If you've been seriously injured, call the law firm that has served Central Washington for 30 years. Call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Watch me. Watch me take the stage. It's okay to stare. Not long ago, it seemed things weren't fair. A face like my friend's, that's all I would want. Now I can smile anytime I'm in front. I feel pretty. I must be a star. They helped me come a long way. I'll show you how far. Watch me. World-class procedures for cleft lip and palate at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
Hey Google, take me to Lookout Point.
Okay, navigating to Lookout Point.
Get 2.9% APR for 36 months plus $750 purchase allowance on most 2024 Cadillac models.
The average cost of hearing aids is nearly $5,000, but now you can buy a full pair of rechargeable, wireless, nearly invisible, easy to use, and comfortable hearing devices for only $99, but only from Audient.
It's easy to use. They're small.
A pair of $99 Audient Atoms can be sold over the phone without having to see a doctor or audiologist. Call to order.
1-800-617-3809.
Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors Kopstein and King for a free live webinar April 25th and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Well, just a few miles off I-90 on the Washington side of the Idaho-Washington state line is Liberty Lake Regional Park. It offers camping, wetlands, trails, and swimming. Check it out.
It's a place to get peace and quiet. We come here 7 days a week and we wander the trails all over the place. You know, the hikes are pretty amazing. You run into all sorts of animals, deer, moose. There's some trails that go back up in the hills where you don't see anyone. It's a mile from our house and it's like having 5,000 acres for a backyard.
I do love spring because the wildflowers, it's just, you know, you start with the buttercups and the grass widows. We come out every day now, rain or shine.
Observation deck, it's a great place to see particularly the migratory waterfowl. There's wild rice out there, and so it's quite crowded in the spring. Right now it's red-winged blackbirds, but very shortly it'll be lots of families of geese and you know, puddle ducks that nest in there.
Part of our life. I can't imagine not walking out here every day.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we start in wind mode again. We have a high wind advisory in the Kittitas Valley tonight, but it's been breezy elsewhere. I have been seeing gusts 50+ miles an hour this afternoon, and yesterday 65-mile-an-hour gusts through the area. Anything over about 55 miles an hour is when we can see damage, so that'll expire tonight at 11. Let's take a look at our futurecast wind gusts through the region. Things will start calming down in the Columbia Basin. We still stay a little bit breezy and windy overnight in the Yakima Kittitas Valley. But starting our day tomorrow, breezy winds in Yakima and Dayton. And as the day goes on, you'll see those winds start to pick up once again in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley and maybe along the foothills of the Blues. We should start to see calmer winds going forward for the next couple of days. Here's our pollen counts. They're way through the roof still. We were at an 11 yesterday, so we dropped slightly today and we'll drop slightly tomorrow. And those allergens are juniper, birch, alder, and everything else that's blooming right now. Apple Valley studio cam tonight, 57 degrees. We're seeing a few clouds off in the distance, but some blue skies as well. Our feels like temp is 57 and our sunset tonight at 7:46. So not a bad looking evening. It is going to get cooler though, and those winds are making it feel even chillier. In fact, we're 11 degrees cooler right now than we were 24 hours ago in Moses Lake, 8 degrees cooler here in the Tri-Cities and 5 degrees cooler in Yakima. So that's that big weather pattern shift that we've been seeing. We had this upper level low playing havoc, bringing the cold air down from Canada. It starts to finally shift off to the east, and this ridge of high pressure will move in overnight. We'll start to see that warming trend begin and clear conditions as well. We still have a chance of a slight stray shower. You see those big fluffy clouds out there kind of moving over the Columbia Basin. Shouldn't be dropping much moisture, but we could see even a couple of snowflakes in the upper elevations of the Blues for our futurecast tonight. Look for partly cloudy skies, those chilly winds diminishing overnight. Some of us hitting that freezing level like Pendleton, Dayton, and Connell, as well as Yakima, staying a little bit above the freezing level here in the Columbia Basin. Now our average date for last spring frost, Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, and Hermiston, the week of the 21st through the 30th. So we're nearly there. A little bit later on for Pendleton and Yakima. Let's take a look at Futurecast for tomorrow. We start off with fairly clear skies, maybe a few clouds floating around in the morning, and then the afternoon gets a little bit unstable where we could see a few stray showers in the Yakima and Kittitas area. Most of us staying dry though in the lower elevations tomorrow. So sun, clouds, cool with light winds, temperatures in the 50s and 60s. We're moving up just a few degrees as we get through the night. Now let's count down some important holidays and events coming up. Our Mother's Day comes up in just 26 days, 41 days till Memorial Day, 61 days till Father's Day, and just 65 days until the first day of summer. Let's take a look at our 7-day planning forecast. Not a bad looking look out there at all. Lots of sunshine, temperatures staying mainly in the 60s in the Yakima area. Tri-Cities back to the 70s for the weekend. Should be beautiful out there. Looking at Walla Walla, a little bit cooler along those foothills of the Blues with 50s and 60s. And then Hermiston looking nice with temperatures back to the 70s on Monday. So pretty good forecast. Winds will finally die down sometime late tonight or early tomorrow. So not a bad look out there at all. Stick around though. I still have your viewer photo of the day on the way. Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. A piece of space debris that crashed into a Florida home could have some big implications for NASA. We're going to hear from the homeowner who says this narrowly missed hitting his son. That's next on Apple Valley News Now.
When you feel protected under our roof, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Bundle auto, home, and life and save up to 25%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Buenos dias, I'm Eddie Garcia and we're building this house.
Hey, I'm Tanya Galvez. I work at Par Lumber, and we supply Eddie with all the materials he needs.
Par, your total home building source since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See? $830 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade. I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $830 off any phone. No trade-in needed. US Cellular. Built for us.
Visit us at our new urban wine bar in historic downtown Kennewick. Choose from a variety of wines and food from our expanded menu. Enjoy time with friends old and new. After hours with riverfront views from our shaded patio, we are Mireille Gaston Wine Bar.
Nice work. You take card?
Can I get a check?
Sure. Let me go find one.
Thanks.
Check behind the VCR. Can I be frank? You're cutting off potential clients by not offering card payments. That's like only watching one channel.
That's fine. World War II channel.
One type of music.
Postmodern polka.
One chain.
Don't be a hater.
Try our mobile card reader.
Oh, good. You do take it.
Welcome to the future.
All right, let's power up.
Nice. 2 hands. 10 and 2. STCU Business.
On behalf of STCU, we want to present you with this $1,000 check. Joe McDonald volunteered at the Pasco Aviation Museum, and although he is gone, his dedication to the museum lives on, earning them a $1,000 check from STCU.
He was very particular and did all the research, so the information that's in the display cases were absolutely accurate.
STCU honors volunteers in our community. To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Why is my internet slow? There's only 16 devices connected.
I'm so over this. My cable internet bill just increased again.
My upload speed is so bad, I can't even run a stream without buffering.
Defeat cable lag. Switch to Ziply Fiber, America's fastest home internet. 25 times faster uploads. $65 less a month in cable. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply.
I won't cry. When you feel protected under our roof, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Bundle auto, home, and life and save up to 25%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Hello there. Watch Live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. There's a meteor shower that's expected to start next week that you could see in our area, but one family in Florida got an unexpected experience with falling stars, a piece of space debris to be exact. Some garbage tossed out of the International Space Station did not burn up as expected. Annalise Averola spoke to the homeowner who got that unexpected brush with space.
Where in the world did this object come from, and what is it?
It used to have a cylindrical shape, and you can tell by the shape of the top that it traveled in this direction through the atmosphere. When it burned, created this burn and melting the metal over in this direction.
Whatever it is, it came crashing through one Naples family's home.
It's either space junk or a space meteorite. It's 50-50.
Alejandro Otero's son was home alone last Friday when he heard a loud bang.
It was a tremendous sound, and it almost hit my son. He was 2 rooms over and heard it all.
Otero called the Collier County Sheriff's Office after making the discovery.
Is he heavy?
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow. Are you
See,
kidding
unlike
me?
you.
I was shaken. I was completely in disbelief. What are the chances of something landing on my house with such force to cause so much damage? And totally, I'm super grateful that nobody got hurt.
Alejandro thinks it could be from space.
The International Space Station had scheduled debris coming from them to land into Earth and to go through the atmosphere, burn, and safely land whatever was left in the ocean, in the Pacific, or in other areas, not in urban areas.
There are several articles online about trash from the International Space Station hitting Earth on March 8th, the same day the Otero's home was hit, and they want answers.
Very heavy and very damaging. I mean, this lands on anybody or any structure will completely destroy it. We got super lucky.
Now, NASA has confirmed that was a piece of a much larger space junk, and they weren't really expecting us to survive the trip back through the atmosphere. That could have some long-term implications for how NASA manages trash from the space station in the future. Taking a look outside, we're seeing some more cloudy skies coming our way, but Stacy has a look at your viewer photo of the day. I think you're going to like it when we come back.
April is Home Run Riches Month at Legends Casino Hotel, where you're guaranteed $1,000 just for stepping up to the plate, with a chance to round the bases for 10 grand. Just play with your Legends Rewards card, and you could be called a pinch hit on Thursdays and win thousands of dollars. You don't even need a complicated contract or sleazy agent to bet on our team. Hey, betta, swing betta. Come play Home Run Riches all April long at Legends Casino Hotel.
Dear sharp curves. Don't spin your wheels. With more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand, you can bet your bottom dollar we're sharper than ever. 'Cause man, we got traction. Yours, Toyota Sedans.
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Camry for just $319 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $1,950 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Drs. Kopstein and King for a free live webinar April 25th. And find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
People don't really realize how much of an impact the feet have on the rest of the body. A lot of times people with knee pain, there's really nothing going on with their knee. The issue is actually stemming from the foot. So now we're predisposed to hip pain, low back pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that when the foot's placed in the ideal position, everything else up the kinetic chain works better. You have better balance, more energy, you're gonna feel better, and you're not gonna have to spend so much time worrying and thinking about your pain.
See what we can do for you with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Who will Seattle pick in round one? Who will go first overall? See the 2024 NFL Draft live. It all starts Thursday, April 25th at 5 on Apple Valley News Now.
Prosser Memorial Health, your 5-star rated hospital. This is how we care.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Welcome back. It is one of my favorite parts of every day. We get to see all of your beautiful pictures.
That's right, the weather photo of the day. Now this one is funny. So Rick took this one. Check it out. That river gull is pecking at his reflection. You can see it in the window there.
Yep.
I've had the dogs catch their reflection and bark at themselves.
Very suspicious.
So, similar situation there. Rick, good eye and a good catch on that. That made me laugh today. If you'd like to get your weather photo on, the easiest way is just get up there with your phone. The QR code on the right side of your screen. I'll take you right to our landing page, and you could make your photo on our viewer photo of the day, or you could just simply go to applevalleyNewsNow.com, click on the weather tab, and you'll see photos. And that's also where our photo album is of everybody's great weather photos, and there's so many to look at. So thanks, Rick. You made me giggle. All right, let's take a look at our planning forecast for the next 7 days. Not a bad looking forecast, Alyssa. It's a little bit on the cool side, but we gradually warm up into the weekend. The weekend is looking pretty promising out there as far as nice calm weather with temperatures back in the 70s in the Tri-Cities. And then a quick look at Walla Walla and Hermiston. A little bit cooler there, but still not too bad. So,
you know, I'll take a little bit cool in April if it means we can hold off on those 117, 119 degree temperatures.
Very true. Yeah, people will be complaining here in a couple of months.
All right. Thanks, Stacy. And thank you so much for watching. You can always find the latest on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. And we're back tonight at 11.
See you then.